Okay, so we've got a curve intersecting a line, and we've got to show the point where that happens when x is alpha. We've got to show that alpha is between these, so that's a giveaway for the general method. But remember, that method means you need to be solving an f of x. Okay, you've got to find out what a f of x is, equals a particular value. And that particular value, f of x, has to equal, do you remember? Do you remember? F of x has to equal 0. So the intersection of these two, okay, you take those two equations and combine them to give an equation you want to solve. And then you have to rearrange that so it's equal to 0 before you're ready to do f of one value and f of another value and get the answers. And then comment on the answers in a particular way. Look up your notes for the form of words. But if you couldn't do that, here's a big fat re-entry point. Okay, we've got to show that that equation rearranges to this, so that goes at the top of your solution, this goes at the bottom of the solution, this is your end point, and you can work backwards from that answer as well as forwards from that. Don't cheat, make it all join up convincingly in the middle for your 2 marks there. If you can't do that, don't worry, we've got another great big juicy re-entry point here where we're using an iteration. So we've got a method, we've got a starting value, we feed the starting value into the iteration, so that's x1, you get x2 out. Once you've got x2, you feed it back into the iteration. Show your method for x2, don't round x2, feed the unrounded value back into this using your answer button if you know how to, and get x3. You can give that in a nice unrounded form, but then round it off to 2 significant figures, because if you don't round off as you're told to, you could lose a mark. And then finally, another re-entry point, we've got to do a cobweb or staircase diagram on the beautiful picture they give you. So here's that picture there. And all you've got to remember for a cobweb or staircase diagram is you start where you're told to, and you go vertically to the curve, and then horizontally to the line, and use a ruler. Do what you're told to. Indicate, where is it? Indicate the positions of x2 and x3 on the x-axis. So as you go up and vertically and horizontally, every time you reach a new x coordinate, draw dot 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 dot, not a solid line, a dotted line down, and mark x2 or x3 or wherever it may be, and draw some nice arrows on to show the direction you're moving in, and you should be able to get your full marks for your cobweb or staircase diagram.